Ayo, top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. But yo, this live stream, man, we just gonna do a quick little post-mortem on probably the greatest rap beef of our generation, greatest rap beef since 50 Cent versus Rick Ross, since Game versus 50 Cent, since Jay-Z versus Nas. You already know what it is. Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. And I want to score each round because y'all know, I think I've been pretty unbiased throughout this entire skerfuffle, as we'll call it. I think I've been pretty unbiased and I'll go over these records I'm about to name drop, and I'll go over my reactions because I did react to all these records. But I thought Drake did really well with the push-ups joint. I thought Drake, I even liked the tailor-made freestyle. I'm from the West Coast, and I liked the tailor-made freestyle. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. And I thought it was a good angle. But I'll get more into that. Obviously, though, this is a Kendrick Lamar W, right? And I just want to know what y'all think. If there's any Drake, what are the Drake fans called? Owls, OVO owls. Speak your speech, as Dr. Umar Johnson would say. Speak your speech. Like I said, I think I've been pretty impartial throughout this whole thing. When Drake was up, I said, yo, Drake is up. But when Kendrick started dropping, even with the Euphoria joint, the first 90 seconds to a minute or 2 minutes, first 90 seconds to 2 minutes, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. I didn't like the little delivery Kendrick was doing. the little jazzy, more soulful beat at the beginning. I did not know what was going on with that. It wasn't until the song went on and on that I was like, okay, Kendrick has got this. Obviously, Not Like Us is the knockout blow. Y'all have heard Not Like Us so many times. Myself, I'll probably listen to the song at least 30, 40 times in the 5 days that it's been out. And doesn't it feel longer than 5 days? Like this song came out like what, 5, 6 days ago. It feels like it's already been out for like 2, 3 weeks. But that's just because I've heard it so much. Like, and I'm in SoCal, I'm in Southern California. I'm hearing this song everywhere. I'm hearing it, every other car that passed by is playing it. I live like near a street. Like I can hear, if someone's playing their music super loud, I can hear what they're playing from where I'm sitting in my little studio or whatever. I say every 7 or 8 cars, I'm hearing Not Like Us. I'm hearing people say the lyrics when I'm at the gym. This record is everywhere, man. And this is gonna be a summer record too. Not Like Us is gonna be a summer record. So what I wanted to do was, and let me try to see the best way to do this. I wanted to score this round by round, okay? Because I think there were rounds where Drake did fine, but there are also rounds like on the song "Family Matters" where I thought it was just not enough. All right, so let's do it like this, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. Shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out Jiro in the chat. I just found out you used to rap. I was checking out like 2 tracks you had uploaded. Yeah, I got some rap songs out there. Last time I spit a verse was like, and it's funny you say that, Zero, because someone else just recently found the raps that I have. They're on my channel. They're not hard to find. My thing was I did not have good equipment. Like I have good equipment now, but it's because I have a job. I have a career now, so like I'm able to afford this stuff. I haven't rapped in probably like 7 years. And back then, fresh out of college, like I was rapping literally directly into my MacBook. But the bars is there. I want y'all to listen to this song. If you go to my SoundCloud, you can see my raps. As if anybody wants to hear me rap. I got a song called Often Fan, if I can spell today, about revenge. Troy is named. That's me, Troy. Top 5 Troy. If I can find it, it's on SoundCloud. Let me see. I would say this is like the favorite song I recorded. Here it is right here. Sometimes I be stressing after the long day.
Sometimes I be stressing after the long
I'm gonna drop this in the chat real quick so y'all can listen to that, after the live stream, of course. But this is probably the favorite song I made. But yeah, my sound quality, like I didn't have, like the setup I have to do these videos, I did not have that when I was rapping. I literally just was rapping directly into my MacBook using GarageBand. But that's the song I just posted in the chat. That was my favorite song that I ever made. But anyways, enough about me. And there's other songs on my SoundCloud too. I wanted to score this round by round. And I feel like, if you haven't at least tried to rap, how can you critique rap music? You don't really know how difficult certain things, like when a rapper raps over a solo piano, when it's just piano, no bass, no drums, just piano. You don't know how hard it is to really flow out over a piano unless you try to do it. You don't really know like the significance of a double, triple entendre unless you try to think of one of your own by yourself. You don't really know the importance of flow and how hard it is to come up with a hook and why it's so impressive when the artist has so many different hooks, so many different styles. Like I say about Doja Cat. Doja Cat sounds like a different artist every song. Like when you listen to her album, it sounds like it's about 4 or 5 motherfuckers rapping on her album, but it's just her. You don't understand, like, unless you at least tried, even if you sucked. Some of the best coaches in the NBA and the NFL, they were not Hall of Fame players. You know what I mean? I feel like everyone should at least try. If you're going to be a critic in here, at least try. So anyways, I want to score this round by round. So if y'all can help me out, just to help me remember the songs that came out, right? First person shooter. So this is Drake's side. I'll do it like this. Drake. Do right and kill everything, right? First person shooter. And then on this side, we'll put K-Dot because it's shorter, right? Like that. And I know there were songs before, like the BET Cypher and Control, and, I'm just going off what's recent. After Like That, we got Push-Ups. So for me, this is round one. And I'll color code. Can I color code in Google Docs? Let me see. We getting real professional. Y'all can color code. Then we had Push-Ups, which I thought was a great song. And Tailor Made. This was all one round right here. And then K-Dot came with the Euphoria. The Underground. Shout out to Underground in the chat. OV hoes. I wanted one more drop from K-Dot. Wish Aubrey fought a little harder. You know what the funny thing is? The Ground Under is, it's actually Kendrick's turn. They've been going back and forth. It's Kendrick's turn. Drake was the last one to drop. But everyone has already called it. Even Drake fans, like, they've already called it. Like, despite Drake dropping the Heart Part 6, people are like, yeah, it's over. Like, if Drake fans were really like that, no pun, like that, if they were really like that, they would be like, yo, it's Kendrick's turn. We dropped. They'll be quoting the bars from the Heart Part 6. They'll be like, bro, like, Kendrick ain't responded. They'll be doing a countdown like they were in the beginning. 10 days since Kendrick responded, et cetera, et cetera. If they were like that, you know what I mean? If it was Kendrick, I'll be doing it. Like, yo, Kendrick was the last one to respond, motherfucker. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. So anyways, first person shooter like that, that's one round. Push-Ups, Tailor Made versus Euphoria, that's 2 rounds. So what came after Euphoria? It was Family Matters, right? Family Matters. And I'm going to color code this so we know what's around and what's not around. After Family Matters, we got, of course, Meet the Grams. This is probably the quickest rap beef in history. No cap. On Back to Back, Drake said Back to Back was considered a record that like came super quickly after, you know, Charged Up by Drake. But it was still 4 whole days. This whole shit was over. After Euphoria dropped, this whole shit was over in 4 days. It was like 7 tracks in 4 days. Like, this is literally the quickest rap beef in history. Family Matters, Meet the Grams. Oh, I'm forgetting 616 in LA. This nigga AZ Finest with a Tierra Whack. You know Tierra Whack is actually on Chief Keef's new album. How the fuck is she getting these placements? This is really an industry plant, bro. Tierra Whack. She's on Chief Keef's new album, Almighty Soul. Like, what the hell? Sexy Red is on there, too. I wonder what that song sounds like. Not Like Us. So I'm missing one, actually. Kendrick went back-to-back twice. So right here, there's 6, 16, and LA. So I'm doing this so I can break it down by round. Then after Not Like Us was The Heart Part 2. Or Part 2. Heart Part 2 is from 2010. The Heart Part 6. And, okay, so this is how we do it. Let's get it nice and neat, because I'm going to reference this page multiple times. Okay, so boom. This is one round. Push-Ups, Taylor Euphoria, this is one round. Everything in one color is one round. That's how I'm doing this. Family Matters, 616. Yeah, this is all one round. We'll kind of make this, we'll make that blue and bold it. Actually, is all this one round? So we had Tailor Made Freestyle. Okay, that's why it looks like that. Okay, let's go down one. Here we go. Boom. And again, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Yeah, 616 in LA is after Euphoria. Right, okay. Not Like Us popping too much for him to drop right now. Yeah, Not Like Us is going crazy. Let It Go #1, then drop a video. Life is Good said it's Not Like Us equivalent to Ether. Shit, I mean, I think it's one of those ones. And Life is Good, I'm going to get to your comment in a couple minutes. Let me finish this, because I've actually made that same comparison, Not Like Us to Ether, in my own head. But yeah, Family Matters. Okay, so boom, boom, Family Matters. So wait, when did 16? Because if y'all remember, I was kind of gone last week. I dropped a video from a cabin on my cell phone. I was gone like when like the thick of this happened, even though it only took 1 day for me to come back and do my response, my reactions. I didn't see this like in social media in real time as it happened. So Push-Ups, Tailor Made, Euphoria. So 616 in LA should be up here, right? It should be with Euphoria because we went back to back. So I think I've got it right here. People was in my phone like, bro, you took vacation at the wrong time. You took the worst time of all time. I'm like, bro, it's vacation, man. And they really dropped like everything. They dropped all this. Why? In the 1-2 days I was gone. And the day I came back, we had the Heart Part 6. I'll make Heart Part 6 its own color that's viewable to everyone because there's been no response to that, right? So this is how I'll do it like this, right? We'll do round one. And I'm gonna really try to be impartial. Y'all know I've been impartial throughout this whole thing. When Drake was dropping heat, I was like, yo, this is heat. When it wasn't heat, I said it wasn't heat. Orange. And we'll make, oh shit, we'll make this. Oh my God, like, okay. If I can type today, here we go, boom. So, I know some of y'all, so do y'all have, out there in the chat, do y'all have every single round for Kendrick? Do you have every single round for Kendrick? I want to know how y'all feel first, and then I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Like round one, who do you got? Round two, who do you got? Round three, round four. Obviously, everyone has round three for Kendrick because that's what ended the beef. I'm in the chat. Tailor Made. Yeah, I put Tailor Made on there. If you a hip hop head, you've tried to rap at least once. Yeah, bro, I got notebooks like from junior high school with rap lyrics in it. You know what I mean? I really sat down and wrote raps, and I had bars too. I just ain't had the equipment. And once I started, doing my website and my YouTube, I was like, yeah, this is more fulfilling to me than rap, and I'm better at it. Rap, I'm good, but I'm just not like a rap. I could ghostwrite for somebody, but as far as hop on records, I don't think I have. Well, I didn't have the right equipment. I'll say that. Damn, niggas saying Kendrick's 4-0. 616 dropped the same day Meet the Grams came out. Is that true? 616 in LA came out the same day as Meet the Grams. So where do we put this? So if that's true, because again, this is I was going. So 616. No, I think you're right because Not Like Us came the day after Meet the Grams. So yeah. So where do we put 616? Do we put it in round two? I put it in round two because that's the back-to-back. Or do we put it in round three? I guess the better question is, when did Family Matters come out? Did it come out after 616 or did it come out after Euphoria? I'm pretty sure Family Matters came out after Euphoria. So yeah, you're right. We should be putting. So what? Kendrick dropped 3 records in a row. Is that what we saying? Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all in the chat, y'all saying Kendrick is 4-0. I think I agree, but I'm gonna get to my breakdown in a second. Yeah, Came in the Morning. Yeah, I remember Dick come in the morning. Do we count that Drake snippet that was copying the Kendrick interlude? No, I don't count that. AZ's Finest. You're talking about the Buried Alive interlude. I heard that too, but Drake never really officially dropped it, so I don't even think Drake claimed it. It was just basically Drake copying Kendrick Lamar's flow on Buried Alive from Take Care album. It came after 616, 3 records in 24. Real OG says I'm wrong. Where am I wrong? All right. K-Dot edged every round. Okay, I'm gonna get to my breakdown. So round one, which is first-person shooter versus Like That. First-person shooter, we could say that this is the record that popped everything off, right? But everyone knows that Kendrick and Drake have been back and forth, pretty much their entire careers. Even before they started throwing subliminals on records, the fans wanted to see Kendrick and Drake go at it. I say that as a person who was listening to Kendrick Lamar in 2009, right? Cole came before Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. The warm-up came out earlier in 2009. I'm talking about the warm-up mixtape by J. Cole. It came out earlier. J. Cole was popular before Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar came end of 2009 with the Kendrick Lamar EP. So Kendrick and Cole popped in the same year. But before both of them, Drake was already hot. Like he was already bubbling. He was already like on his way. Signed to the hottest rapper right? Signed to the hottest rapper in the game, Wayne at the time. Drake was popular first, right? And obviously Drake was on the radio first, Best I Ever Had. So for a guy like me who did not fuck with Lil Wayne's music, didn't fuck with nobody on Young Money, and when Drake came, I was like, I don't fuck with this either. And we have all these new rappers coming out. I'm trying to find a rapper that I can get with. So when Kendrick and J. Cole came out, it was like, for me, and I'm sure for others, it was like, this is the antithesis to Drake and Young Money. These are meaningful rap songs, good rap songs. This is more in the vein of what I already listened to. Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West at the time, Kid Cudi. It's in that same vein. It's not over here with the super mainstream stuff. So I say that to say most of us Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole fans, even before Drake and Kendrick went at it, we wanted to see them go at it because like one is the antithesis of the other. I say all that to say First Person Shooter wasn't really the first diss record amongst them, but as of late, this is kind of what prompted like that, right? If you watch my channel, and I'm gonna reference my channel many times, when I first reacted to First Person Shooter, I can't spell today. What does it say? Sucks. I did not like this song. This was before any of this stuff popped off. Me just listening to First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole, I said this song sucks. J. Cole has been on a feature tear the past 6-7 years. Bob Lobo, my boy, Johnny P's caddy. Like J. Cole has been murking every feature. Plus his album Off Season was great. So when I heard this verse on First Person Shooter, I literally said in this reaction, this is the weakest J. Cole verse I've heard lately. I haven't heard a J. Cole verse this week in years. I thought it wasn't good. So for me, I got to score this round for like that. Came in the morning, 6:16 Friday morning, then Family Matter Friday night. Okay, yeah. So I think it makes sense to have round 3 like this. Yeah. So anyways, I got to score round 1 for like that. What do y'all think? Like that versus First Person Shooter. I think Kendrick dropped a verse that shook the rap game up like when he dropped Control. If Kendrick doesn't drop this verse, we don't get arguably one of the greatest rap beefs in history. Easily top 3, top 5. Easily top 5, more than likely top 3. So round 1, First Person Shooter versus Like That. I got Like That. These niggas talking out of their neck. Don't pull no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for the threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. D.O.T. I know there's a lot of people that love First Person Shooter. I don't know if they still love it after what's happened to Drake and J. Cole over the past month. I never liked the song. Chat saying like that easily. Like that over FPS. Okay, so I'm glad we agree here. And I also have a like that reaction on my channel. Just a classic Kendrick verse. So round 2, push-ups and tailor-made freestyle versus Euphoria. This is where I'm going to get the most pushback, I think. Because when push-ups came out, again, if you watch my channel, go to the right search bar. I was very, I took very kindly to this song by Drake, Push-Ups. I thought it was a good song. You can see here in the corner of the photo, fire emoji. In the title, fire emojis. I think it's fire. And again, I've never been a Drake fan. I've always been a supporter of Kendrick. But I'm not going to listen to some shit that's bumping and then just pretend like it's not bumping. You know, like Ish on the Joe Budden podcast where they're playing Not Like That. And he's just sitting there and everyone is up and dancing. Even Melissa Ford, she gets up and starts dancing. He's sitting there with a screw face. That's not me, bruh. Even if I don't like the artist's music normally, if it's bumping, I'm going to say it. When Lil Uzi Vert dropped EXO Tour Life, and I was not a fan of Uzi Vert at all. I actually talked shit about him at first. When I heard EXO Tour Life, I don't really care if you cry. I was like, yo, this shit is hard. That's just me. Facts. So when Drake did the push-ups drop and give me 50, I was like, number one, this is the right angle. This is the right angle to diss Kendrick Lamar at. He's mentioning Top Dog, like basically you niggas is scared of Top Dog. I'm a little boy, you. Funny, it was funny too. Man, how you big stepping with a size 7 men zone. You about 5'4". Like it was the right angle, right? And then Taylor made freestyle. I know a lot of people was mad at this. Me, I'm from the West Coast. Like I say, I'm from Southern California. Born and raised. I wasn't mad at this. I wasn't mad at the AI Tupac, and I wasn't mad at the AI Snoop. I see why people were. But look at the picture. Laughing my ass off. Laughing emojis. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny diss song. And here you have Drake basically poking and prodding at Kendrick. And I thought that was a good angle. Because we all know prior to the last 2 weeks, Kendrick Lamar don't really drop music. You know what I mean? And I'm someone who's been very vocal about Kendrick Lamar and TDE. And them not dropping music. You can see my sad downfall of TDE videos, not even a year old. I've been very vocal about this. And like I said earlier, just because you're my favorite artist don't mean you're above critique. I'm like, yo, Kendrick, he's not here with us. Like he disappears for years at a time. He did not used to do this. There's something weird going on at TDE. He doesn't drop music. He doesn't do features. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's been 5 years. People have moved on into different stages of their lives. Then Kendrick comes back and drops Mr. Morale, which I thought was a very mediocre album. I think it'll age well because it has a good message, and it's not a bad album musically, but it's just not something I replay. So when Drake starts speaking on Taylor Made and starts mocking Kendrick, like, yo, you don't drop enough music. Where are you at? No, you're not about to let this shit blow over. You need to drop. And all of us, even the people in the chat, y'all are not even sure if Kendrick is going to start responding. No one knows at this point. Obviously, in hindsight, yeah, we see Kendrick came in and overdid it. But at the time, we don't even know. Like, as Kendrick fans, we're like, yeah, Kendrick's probably not going to respond. If he does respond, it's going to be like a month from now. This nigga might respond in November or something. So I like that angle taken by Drake because I'm a Kendrick Lamar supporter who feels like we don't get enough Kendrick Lamar music. I'm not one of these Kendrick Lamar fans who say, yo, it's totally normal for Kendrick to take 4, 5, 6 years between albums. This is their favorite line. You guys are microwave fans. Microwave. Why do they say microwave? You're microwave fans. You expect a new album, new song every day, every week. Like, no, bro, I just don't expect to wait more than 2, 3 years for an album to come out. I was in the minority. So when Drake took this angle, I like that. Pause. Like that. No pun, I should say, because, like that. So here I'm thinking Drake is up. Even though I got the edge to like that in round 1, I don't think this is like a real beef that's about to come upon this. Come up out of this. Then Kendrick drops Euphoria. Real G say he was big mad. Life is Good said Kendrick is up 3-0. Everyone's saying they like that. I got to listen to First Person Shooter, but I don't want to because it's Drake and J. Cole. Well, shout out to Corey and Woods. Shout out my boy in the chat. It's not a good song in my opinion. But if you want to understand where all this comes from, listen to First Person Shooter. When I first listened to First Person Shooter, I didn't hear any Kendrick Lamar dissers in there. So that's just me. I think Kendrick just wanted to start some shit when he did the Like That verse. Euphoria was better than both Push-Ups and Taylor Made. Kenny barred him up. I'm about to get to that. Darth Panther got bigger problems. Who is Darth Panther? Kendrick responds to Heart Part 6 on his new album. Probably drops on June 16th. Why do you say June 16th? Why do you say June 16th? Yeah, 2K, there's really first-person shooter. Like that. Okay. So then Kendrick drops Euphoria. Now, you watch my Euphoria all these reactions are literally the first time I'm hearing this. I'm not cheating and hearing these records ahead of time so I can catch bars. It's my first time. Like the first 90 seconds to 2 minutes of the song, I really wasn't feeling like, because again, well, let me say who I think won round. Well, we're not done with round 2. But I'm thinking Drake has a big advantage here. Plus, at this point, I'm thinking, yo, Drake hates Kendrick Lamar way more than Kendrick hates Drake. Like I'm thinking Drake has so much hatred for Kendrick, and Kendrick just doesn't have that for Drake. Obviously, I was wrong. Here comes Kendrick on Euphoria. This ain't about a love and hate. And let me tell you, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk. I hate to talk, the way that you dress. But we didn't know that at this time. So going into round two, and when I heard Kendrick drop the diss record, I'm like, okay. And then Euphoria starts with a slow beat, the slow Teddy Pendergrass type deal. I'm like, I don't know where this is going. And then the beat kind of kicks in, and we got the sound effects, beep, 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 beep. And then, which I wasn't really a fan of either. I skipped that part to this day. And then Kendrick comes in, and it's a cappella, and he's got the cracky voice, and he's doing his cracky voice like this. I'm like, yo, musically, I was like, I'm not really liking how this is sounding, despite the bars, despite what he's saying. To my ears, the first 90 seconds to 2 minutes of Euphoria, not feeling it at all. On Euphoria, it's not until it gets to this point, Euphoria, lyrics, Kendrick. It's not until it gets to, let me see. It's not until it gets here. When Kendrick gets out of the cracky voice, you know the cracky voice he does. I wasn't fucking with that at all. Everything before here, I'm not fucking with it, man. Like that. Including this part too. Even though he's speaking truth in this part, it wasn't until right here. I hate when I rap and talk about guns and turn the nuns. That's when the if I can find it, right here. That's where the song picked up, because that's where Kendrick got out of that cracky delivery he was doing. Then it picks up. Very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie told me to aim it that way. That's when it turns into the diss record that I think just barely gets Kendrick this round. This is the closest round right here. So round two, I got Kendrick. But it's so close. It's so close. I would not be mad if you had Drake over Kendrick in round two, because I did like both of these songs. But I think Kendrick also had the advantage because Drake dropped first. So basically, Kendrick is just counterpunching. He's just counterpunching, right? Drake dropped the whole diss first. All Kendrick has to do is counterpunch. So I think maybe, I don't know. It's easy to play what if. I won't play what if. I'll just scratch out what I'm about to say, and I'll instead just say, I got Kendrick winning round two just by a little bit, though. By a little bit, because I thought these were two very good diss records. And obviously, my favorite part of Euphoria, what Kendrick's saying, it's not 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Niggas feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny, he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. When blick niggas all in their coughing, OVO niggas is dick riders. Like, that's... I'll be a new whole king eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a bland meat, Crody. Yeah. So that... At this point, when he starts to get to the Crodies, I'm like, that's when I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what I needed. I'm glad this track picked up to where it needed to be, right? If it didn't, I would have to score the round for Drake. Y'all saying 6/16. June 16th. Okay. That's why y'all saying June 16th. I mean, we'll see. I think that 6/16 was just a timestamp, but if Kendrick wants to be petty, yeah, he could drop something on June 16th too. Drake was saying I used a Grammy as a doorstop and I will buy or publish, and he was dissing Kendrick for not doing the song. And he said he Michael Jackson and said, yeah, I remember that. I used a Grammy as a doorstop. Okay, that's what he was saying on First Person Shooter. Okay. See, I didn't catch that. I'm slow. But I also wasn't feeling the song, the lyrics. Like, I just didn't. And people were hyping it up, like, super, like, to the max. So I think that also affected how I heard it. When I see J. Cole featured on something, I'm expecting it to be, like, fire. And then First Person Shooter just was not fire to me in any way. Euphoria foreshadowed a lot on the battle. It gets better on Re-Listen. It's true. And I said this on Twitter the other day. On Euphoria, Kendrick is like still trying to play it friendly. When he's talking about Drake, he says, he mentioned like, yo, it's three goats. So he's saying like, yo, it's me, it's Drake, it's Cole. He's calling them all of them goats. So he's still trying to like do the friendly fade. Like you remember how J. Cole was like trying to do the friendly fade with Kendrick. Like he's trying to diss Kendrick, but then he's still like, yo, I fuck with this nigga, but I still got to do it to him. Kendrick was trying to do this with Drake. This is before Meet the Grams. He was trying to be like, yo, it's three goats left. So even though he disses, Drake and Cole in this bar, he's still trying to say like, yo, y'all goats. I love them. Even the YNW Melly bar, he's like, yo, I hope they're my real friends. Like he's still keeping it very civil. Like, and even towards the end here, he says, don't take it personal. It's a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. So he's still trying to be like, yo, let's not get super personal. And at the end of the track, obviously everyone here in my chat has heard this. He goes, if you take it there, I'm taking it further. It's something you don't want to do. So he's still trying to keep it super civil. Shout out to Jen in the chat. I love you, Jen. $5 shout out. So he's still trying to keep it super like almost PC on Euphoria. And then, like that Euphoria, we'll put 1 star by Euphoria because it's only by a smidge. And then Drake drops Family Matters. Now I think even more controversial than my last take on Euphoria, how I didn't like the first 90 seconds to 2 minutes. I think Family Matters is a good song, but it's a weak diss record. And I said this as I'm listening to it the first time. You can also watch my reaction. I literally broke all the weak ass disses in this song down in my very first listen. It's not a deep song. It's not something you need to listen to like 3-4 times to catch it. Like, and I also think the lyrics are on the screen, so that definitely helped. Like the lyrics are playing throughout the whole song. It's just, if I can find my tweet about Euphoria, I think it's a good song, and I think, and who made the Ether comparison earlier? Let me see. Someone said it's not like us equivalent to Ether. That was Life is Good. So this is where I'm going to get back to that, like I was saying earlier. Now, Life is Good. I think Drake expected Family Matters, the song getting a video, because he did a video to this. And Drake actually teased this song, Family Matters, at the end of Push-Ups. So he already had this song ready. So when you go back and you listen to, my reaction to like Tailor Made Freestyle, I'm like, yo, Drake is really trolling Kendrick right now. Like, not only does he drop a whole record off of Like That just had like 1 or 2 shots at Drake. Drake goes and drops a whole record. He drops Tailor Made where he's like trolling Kendrick to respond. Drake is on social media like poking at Kendrick, like wearing a Compton Community College shirt, doing all this trolling shit. I was like, yo, Drake must got a bomb. Like I said this, like Drake has a record that he wants to drop. He's so anxious to drop whatever he has, to drop whatever record he has. That's why he's poking at Kendrick to respond. So when Kendrick responds, Drake can drop his bomb. And that bomb ended up, we know now it was Family Matters. And like I thought, like I had assumed. Again, I'm really good at this music shit, breaking it down. Drake did have this ready already. Because when you listen to Push-Ups, at the end, there's like a snippet of Family Matters that plays. If you listen to the official version of Push-Ups, the academics thing, what top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? Drop a 50 band for the mob on the spot. Like that is Family Matters. I'm just really, really trying to keep it PG. Then it cuts off. That was Family Matters. So Drake had that. Drake had that when he made this. He already had both songs queued up. Right? So this was the bomb that Drake had. And then he couples it with the video because the lyrics are already written down, right? He already has the lyrics in the song ready. He uses the video to respond to what Kendrick is saying in Euphoria. So when Kendrick finally drops Euphoria, Drake is like, okay, I'm going to go to New Ho King. because Kendrick mentioned I'll be at New Ho King eating shrimp fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy. He's like, I'm not going to mention that in the record because the record has been done already. But in the video, I'm going to go to New Ho King. Like, I'm going to get the Good Kid, Mad City van. Like, I'm going to make it seem like I just did this record type shit. Or whatever he was trying to make it seem. He's going to make the record more relevant. Because the record was old, he had it way back in round 2. I'm going to spice it up, update it by responding to some shit on video that Kendrick said in Euphoria. And I think Drake expected Family Matters, the song in the video, to just be a knockout blow. And it's a great song. And it wasn't. And I think that like deflated him. And especially the way it happened. And that's why I think when you listen to The Heart Part 6, which is the next round, I think that's why this record sounds so defeated. Because Drake already played his ace in the hole. If you listen to Push-Ups, if you listen to Family Matters, actually, this is like 3 songs combined into one. It's like 3 different beats. Push-Ups, I mean, this is like, when you take all the different beats, it's like 4 different songs. So I think Drake really just put out everything he had right there. And when it wasn't the Kendrick knockout punch, I think it just ruined him. And the way it happened, Drake drops Family Matters. And I actually didn't see this happen in real time, but I saw people's responses after the fact. Drake drops Family, or was it 616 in LA? Drake, whatever the case may be, Drake drops, then Kendrick drops right after. And it's like 20 minutes after. And I know that was Meet the Grams. That was the record that came after Family Matters. So Drake drops, he has all these references. The video he done put time into. Nigga bought a fucking van. He bought a minivan to put like the Good Kid, Mad City album cover to destroy it in the video. He rented out New Ho King. He got all the Pharrell chains. Like, he did so much planning on top of recording the record. And then to drop it, and then 20 minutes later, boom, Kendrick, already ready. It's crazy. Meet the Grams literally dropped like 30 minutes later and stomped on Family Matters. Facts. Facts. So again, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I may have the ordering wrong. You guys saw this happen live. I didn't. But 616 in LA must have dropped the morning before Family Matters. So Kendrick really goes back to back on Drake. Right? And 616 in LA, I'm seeing people, now talking about that song and how great of a song it was. Circadian Rhythms, Visions of Raphael, and all like the lyrical real lyrical shit that was happening in that song. It's not really that great of a diss record, I don't think, but it's more of a good song, 616 in LA. And if the round was just 616 in LA versus Family Matters, I would give it to Family Matters, even though I don't think Family Matters is that great of a diss record. But this is what stomped Drake out, the Meet the Grams. And I even saw mixed reactions about Meet the Grams. I saw some people saying one thing, some people saying other things. We didn't really know if the rumors were true. And I'll speak on those rumors, like the manipulation tactic that Drake tried to do. I'll speak on that in a second. But we didn't know. But even before we knew, I saw some people say yay to Meet the Grams. I saw some people say nay. But however you feel about Meet the Grams, if it's true, if it's not, if it's good, if it's not, you cannot argue that stepped on Family Matters. That stepped on it. Bro, there's a compilation on YouTube of people streaming, streamers when Kendrick Meet the Grams. So the streamers, they had their work cut out. So right here. The moment streamers found out Kendrick dropped 20 minutes after Drake. So the streamers hop online. Like, Family Matters drop. Family Matters drop. Just as they're getting into their reaction, Kendrick drops. It just takes the whole steam out of Family Matters, which it did. I'm in the chat. Corey Woods, Family Matters, best song Drake has ever put out. Family Matters is a really good song. I like Hold On, We're Going Home. Like Kendrick said, I like Drake on the melodies. I don't like when he act tough. Actually, no, I like the Drake act tough records. I like Stay Scheming and shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Family Matters is one of Drake's better songs. But I'm gonna get to the disses, the bars in Family Matters where I just think it falls short. I make music that electrify them. You make music that pacify them. Yeah, that was a great line, O'Neal. Euphoria bars are layered. I do think Euphoria bars are layered, Imperial. It was just that first 90 seconds to 2 minutes where I was just. You can watch my reaction. My very first reaction to Euphoria, I was kind of like, eh. Then as the song went on, I was like, yeah, Kendrick 8, pause. How did Drake go from wanting to be MJ, then he starts dissing MJ on Family Matters? Good question. Them ghostwriters had Darth Pamper. What the hell does that mean? Drake chose to go 1v20 instead of going straight at Kendrick on Family Matters. He should have went straight at him. Right? But you got to remember, Drake is going 1v20 because, and I actually liked that 20v1 bar that Drake dropped. Fuck is this, a 20v1? Because like that dropped on Future's album, We Don't Trust You, which is basically an album dissing Drake. So it really is 20 versus 1. It was. But then Kendrick flipped that shit. No, it's 1v20 because it's me versus your ghostwriter. Masterful lyricism. Kendrick didn't even need a video. Facts. But we do need that Not Like Us video. Kendrick, we need that Not Like Us video. Born Gifted. I read that already. Stumped on Family Matters. That's true. SK Simmons said it was not a knockout because K-Dot released his diss right after. It could have been a TKO. I'll get back to that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over quickly a couple bars in Family Matters where I just think it doesn't hit. But I'm going to do that in a second. Drake should have spent more time writing than making a video for Family Matters. I think Drake had the right idea with the video. You dropped the first video. It's a good video. The video is more layered than the diss record. Like the video has more like layers than the actual song itself to Family Matters. Meet the Grams is just insanity. Yeah, I thought Meet the Grams, even if the daughter shit is not true about Drake, man, that last verse about Drake, why believe us? You never gave us nothing to believe in. You lied about your surgery. You lied about the ghostwriters. Like, man, that is even if you just take the verse about Drake, the last verse on Meet the Grams, that is a straight breakdown. That's like what Pusha T was, and I said this in my Meet the Grams reaction. I kind of posted my Meet the Grams reaction lake. I was just at the lake, Freudian slip, camping. Late. Even though I dropped it late, it was on the same day as all these other ones. That's why I'm wearing the same outfit. But as I'm listening to it, I say, yo, this is like I'm talking about the last verse of Meet the Grams. This is the angle that Pusha T took on Story of Adidon, but Kendrick just dove way deeper into it. Like when Pusha T was like, yo, drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside, let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Sandra, how is she always losing, but you always come in first place? Your dad, you parade him on Instagram. Like Pusha T, and he got into it. It's not like Pusha T didn't get in depth with that angle, but Kendrick just really goes all the way in with it. I think Meet the Grams is crazy. 616 was a bait for Drake to drop. I think so too. I think Kendrick knew like something about Drake's ego to where Drake is known as the back-to-back guy. I dropped 2 diss records in a row. So Kendrick did it because he knows how it would affect Drake. And then also I do think there's a mole in the OVO camp. I do think that Drake knew that Family Matters was coming. Whether it's the OVO camp, maybe it was someone who mixed the record and it just leaked to Kendrick. Kendrick did know, like, if there was a mole and maybe they lied about the daughter thing, which we still don't know. I don't know why Drake would lie about not having a daughter, especially like he's laughing about it. He's like, when do I ever have a daughter? He went on record on the Heart Part 6 saying, yo, that's a bold-faced lie. There was a mole, though, which is what Kendrick talked about in 616. That's why Kendrick knew Family Matters was going to drop when it did. That's why when Not Like Us comes out, Kendrick is mentioning Family Matters. The family matters. It was God plans to show y'all the liar. Like, that's why. So either Kendrick is telling the whole truth, or the mole gave some truths, some lies, which doesn't make sense. But we know one thing for a fact: Kendrick knew Family Matters was coming. That's why he already had Meet the Grams. That's why he already knew to get personal. Because, like I said a couple minutes ago, Kendrick was not personal in Euphoria. It was very like civil diss records, like J. Cole, 2 Minute Drill. Like, you my homie, but fuck you, and your album sucks, but yo, we still homies though. Like, we can still piece it up after all this is done. That's kind of like how Euphoria was. Drake gets personal. Well, he gets personal in Push-Ups when he mentions Whitney, but he gets real personal in Family Matters. Kendrick knew that. Kendrick had to have heard that record, or what was on the record. That's why he already had Meet the Grams ready. That's why he mentions Family Matters and Not Like Us. So to go back to 616 in LA, like, there was Kendrick's talking about the mole and like, yo, you know, people in OVO work for me. Like, everybody around you hates you. They want to see this happen to you. Has to be some truth to that. Yeah, there's definitely a mole, right?
Facts.
I think so too. And if y'all remember back when Pusha T and Drake, like right after that beef finished, Pusha T was on the Joe Budden podcast, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it was Joe Budden. They asked him like, how did you know about Drake's son? Like, how did you know but nobody else knew? And Pusha T was like, yo, it was somebody in Drake's camp that told me. And everyone kind of laughed it off because I think they took it as Pusha T trying to play mind games with Drake. He's trying to get under Drake's skin, make him paranoid. But now Kendrick is saying the same thing. Like, it was someone in your team. And it's actually someone very close to you. Yeah, I cut Family Matters off after second I heard K-Dot drop. Yeah, man. SK Simmons says Family Matters was the best diss of the entire series. I'm about to get to why it's not. Family Matters, I think, is the best track that came out of the beef. Meet the Grams, to me, doesn't count if it's based on lies. Kendrick fell for it. It don't count. And then think about Meet the Grams. Like, Kendrick has pretty much let everyone react to his diss records. Elliot Wilson, who's a legendary hip-hop journalist, Wilson Grams, he posted a Meet the Grams version without the verse about the daughter. And that's the only time I've seen one of Kendrick's diss records in this series get copyright takedown. Like, Kendrick's team was like, yeah, everybody else can react to this stuff, but we're not going to allow the Meet the Grams song without the daughter verse. So it seems kind of like they're standing on it. Like, and like I'm saying, there was definitely a mole, because Kendrick knew right when Family Matters was going to drop. That's why he already had Meet the Grams, and Kendrick knew the content on Family Matters. That's why he went from civil dissing on Euphoria to personal. Like, he matched the personableness that was on Family Matters. So I can't say it wasn't a lie. I can't say I don't know these guys, so I can't say there's no daughter or anything like that. I'm assuming there's not a daughter because of how Drake responded to it. Like, you're not going to respond how Drake responded if Drake knows it's true that he does have a daughter. Because if it comes out, you're just going to look like a complete piece of shit. Drake blocked Kai Cenat. I don't really be getting into who blocked who. Like, this is what Drake does. And I'm glad you said that, Zero, because let me just go into some of these Family Matters disses. It's a good song. It's a great song. Why does it say unreleased? It's a good song. It's a great song, but oh my gosh, like, certain bars don't land for me. Like here. You know who really bang a set? My nigga YG, my nigga Chuck T. So YG, we all know YG 400. Chuck T. Chuck T is Chuck Taylor, the game. That's one of his nicknames. This is like Drake trying to take people who are from Kendrick's side and put them on his side. But it just doesn't make sense to start the song off like that, because in no universe is YG going to side with Drake over Kendrick. in no universe is the game going to side. Well, game is a little. He be acting like he has CTE sometimes, but in no universe, logical universe, is the game going to side with Drake over Kendrick. Drake, do you realize that YG is from Compton? Do you realize that Game is from Compton? Do you realize Kendrick is from Compton? Do you realize this means that they all have mutual friends? Kendrick and YG probably grew up together. They probably saw each other at school, walking home from school. The Game crowned Kendrick along with Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, The Game. He is The Game. Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, all the West Coast legends. He's crowned Kendrick on stage like in 2010, 2011. Pass him the crown. Do you realize that the Game's friends are probably like Kendrick's big homies? Like, you don't understand how LA works. You're not going to take 3 niggas from Compton as a motherfucker from Canada and turn them against each other. Like, YG's big homies would not allow that. Neither would Game's. They wouldn't. They even if they wanted to go on Drake's side and take shots at Kendrick, it's too much politics. It would just never happen. So this is an angle that just shows Drake's lack of cultural awareness. Bro, YG is never going to get on your side versus Kendrick. Neither is Game. So, and Kendrick has never claimed to bang a cent in his music. So I don't know how this is a flex. I don't know how this is this is not something that's ever going to come true. I mean, and if Chris Brown is really from a set, they're not going to let, it's just not happening, bro. So this is like the first thing that stuck out to me. Like, bro, these guys are not on your side at all. I don't know. How did y'all feel about that? To me, that stuck out. I'm from California. I was born in LA. I'm like, bro, like YG and Kendrick and Game, like, bro, they know each other. Like, they have mutual friends more than likely. Like, like it doesn't work like that. And it's not even like they're from rival cities in LA. They're from the same goddamn city. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like a lack of cultural awareness. Here's another one. And Drake got his ass beat on Not Like Us for saying this. You always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed. So obviously Kendrick has songs about the freedom of his people. If he's trying to, and if his people is black people, and you're saying he's trying to rap like he gets the slaves freed, who are you calling a slave? It's like, why would you even use, this is how you know Drake's not writing this shit. Because this bar would hit if someone like, let's say Rick Ross said it, or someone like, I don't know, Future said it. That would hit. But someone like Drake, whose blackness and cultural awareness is already coming into question during this beef, has already been brought into question, why would you say some shit like this? By saying this, he walked right into the last verse of Not Like Us, where Kendrick calls him a colonizer. What does Kendrick say? Bro, once upon a time, we was all in change. Then this motherfucker doubled down and called us slaves. Like, bro, you literally walked right into that entire verse. It's like, come on, that's not a bar.
No bars.
None.
Not a bar.
You should not have said that, man. Right here, too. And this is where we get into some shade room bars. I know some people getting mad in the chat. I'm going to get to y'all. This is like the way a female rapper would diss another female rapper, right? This is like the dumb shit women on Twitter argue about all day. Colorism and shit like that. Like, this is like their entire existence is arguing about colorism. Like, shut the fuck up. Get this off my timeline. If I see you retweet some shit like that, I might have to block you or turn off your repost. But this is the angle that Drake takes, though. You say you hate the girls I fuck, but what you really mean, right? Kendrick did say that. Said that on Euphoria. They confuse themselves with real women. I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream, aka white girls, to help out with your self-esteem. So how are you, there's so many layers of just bullshit to this. How are you dissing Kendrick for hitting white girls when 2 bars before you just said you hit white girls too. Like, can someone break that down for me?
Why? Why?
How are you taking a shot at Kendrick for hitting white girls when 2 bars before, literally 3 seconds ago, you just said you fuck white girls too? Am I missing something here? Here we go. You the black again, this is how you know Drake is not writing this shit. You the black messiah. As if Kendrick has ever claimed himself to be the black messiah. He actually has a song on Mr. Morale, which is an album I do not really like that, where he says, I am not your savior, but cool. You're the black messiah mifing up a mixed queen? This is what we doing? We're dissing rappers because their girlfriends are light-skinned?
Why?
Okay, so let's say like, let me pick 2 random rappers. Let's say like A$AP Rocky and I don't know, fucking Tyler the Creator are in a rap beef. And Tyler the Creator goes, that's why your wife is light-skinned, nigga. That's a bar?
No bars. None. Not a bar.
Again, this is this shade room. This is like some shit a female rapper would say to another female rapper. This is like the colorism bars. And Drake, you are mixed. This shit just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna get to the chat, don't worry. Hold on. Here's some more shade room female like raps right here. Right here. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Boom. You a dog and you know it, you play sweet. Your baby mama captions screaming, save me. That's not what I wanted to point out. Even though that is kind of, oh, here it is, right here. It's the bar before it. On some Bobby shit, I want to know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens? So you're dissing a nigga for not being in the puppy love stage anymore? Like if I'm mishearing these bars, if it's just going over my head, let me know. You're dissing a nigga for not being in puppy love anymore, for not being in the honeymoon stage anymore. You talking about what a motherfucker is posting on Instagram. This is why I'm not like us. Kendrick said, fuck captions, I want action. So, whatever the fuck he said. The Dave Free joint, okay, I understand the angle, but this is the type of shit that lost Jay-Z. This lost Jay-Z his beef versus Nas, and this lost Drake his beef. Once Jay-Z started mentioning like, yo, me and the boy AI got more in common than just balling and rhyming, like he's mentioning people's baby moms, like, yo, I threw a condom on your baby's car seat. Today, like, because there's so much, there's just bullshit in the rap culture, people will be like, oh shit, condom on your baby's seat, oh, he killed that nigga. But when Super Ugly came out and Jay-Z said that, the entire culture was like, oh yeah, he's done, he's toast. He can't go bar for bar with Nas, so he's reaching. He's talking about baby mamas. At the time, we don't give a fuck about what the baby mama did. Like, bro, like, come at Nas, pause. And Super Ugly was a resounding L. Jay-Z apologized for that record. It was a resounding L, but nowadays you might go back and listen to Super Ugly like, yo, how did Jay-Z lose this beef? How is this the losing? Super Ugly was like equivalent to The Heart Part 6. Where Drake is coming on sounding defeated, it doesn't even need a response. You already lost. Like, in that record, sealed your loss. But Drake takes this same angle like Super Ugly right here. You talking about who's fucking who, and bro, if I'm in a rap beef with you, like, this is just female shit to me, bro. Like, this is just female shit to me, and it don't hit. Shake that ass for free. This is why Kendrick did the A minor bar. Because right here, Drake drags out the free. It should really says say Freeee. And that's why I'm not lying, because Kendrick did the A minor and he drug it out. It's because of this bar, right? Let me see. There was another bar about, here he's calling The Weeknd gay. Okay, cool. If The Weeknd is gay, I mean, I don't care. Keep making them bangers. Hit us with another Thursday or House of Balloons. You could be as gay as you want. I don't give a fuck what another nigga's doing with his penis, but Drake do. He give a fuck about what Dave Freeze doing with his penis. He give a fuck about what Abel is The Weeknd. I don't. There's a bar about Rocky, and then I'm gonna move on. Okay. So I got some heat on social media for this, but let me know if y'all agree. Then I'm gonna get to the chat. He said, Rakim talking shit again. Again, Rakim is A$AP Rocky. That's his real name. Gas, could you hit my BM first? Why would you admit that on the record? Nigga, do the math. Who was I hitting in? So Drake is basically saying like, yo, you hit my baby mama first, but I was hitting Rihanna at the same time you was hitting my baby mama. But think about this. Think about how madly in love Drake was with Rihanna. Publicly confessing his love at award shows in public. Dude was in love with this chick. When I heard this, and you can watch my Family Matters reaction, which is here. The first time I heard it, I stopped. I was like, this makes it seem like A$AP Rocky is taking all your chicks, bro. Like, it seems like A$AP Rocky is just taking all your chicks. Even though, I understand what Drake is saying. Like, yeah, you said you hit my BM first. Well, I hit yours first, too. But you're admitting he hit your BM first? You was madly in love with Rihanna? And then he took Rihanna from you and put babies in her. It seemed like A$AP Rocky is taking all your chicks. It's not a flex to me. Like, that's a flex for A$AP Rocky. Am I tripping? See, if Drake wasn't like super in love with Rihanna, then that bar would work. Then it's like, yeah, we both, I guess, it's kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face. Like, yeah, we both wiped up hoes. Like, if Rihanna wasn't who she was and they was just both like floozies, floozies, like we're in the 1960s, huh? If they were both floozies, and it's like, yeah, you hit my BM first, I hit yours first. It's cutting off your nose to spite your face. I mean, because you're basically saying, yeah, like, yeah, both our baby mamas are hoes. And what? Like, mine is a hoe, but yours is a hoe too. But that's not the case. Like, you was in love with the chick, Drake, like, and then A$AP Rocky took her, married her, put babies in her. Like, are they married? I don't know. Pluto shit make me sick to my stomach. We ain't never really been through it. Yeah, he's trying to piece shit back up with Future. At the end of all this, there are going to be some people who reunite. Oh yeah, this one right here too. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. And I spoke on this earlier today. That bar just reads like jealousy. Because nowhere has Kendrick mentioned Grammys. It's Drake who's mentioning like, yo, when it comes to sales, I'm out of here. When it comes to money, I'm out of here. Drake is mentioning his accolades. I don't think I've ever heard Kendrick even brag about a Grammy. But if you didn't know, Kendrick has way more Grammys than Drake. And I think that'll surprise a lot of people. Drake number of I should have asked ChatGPT. Drake has 5. Kendrick has 17 Grammy wins. According to this, Drake has 5. 193 total, but only 5. So Kendrick has way more Grammys, and it's not even close. So to mention, yo, Kendrick opened his mouth, someone go hand him a Grammy. Yeah, that's funny, but it's like, bro, Kendrick is not even using this to flex on you. You're flexing your money and stuff. This tells me that Drake is like insecure about Kendrick's number of Grammys, or Kendrick is not even bragging about this shit. So I said this earlier on social media. I said when Macklemore beat Good Kid, Mad City for the 2014 Rap Album of the Year Grammy, and remember, it was Macklemore, the Heist album versus Kanye West, Yeezus versus Jay-Z, Magna Carta, Holy Grail versus Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City versus Drake's Nothing Was the Same. Nothing was the same. So Macklemore not only beat Kendrick, we only remember Kendrick, but Macklemore beat Jay-Z, he beat Kendrick, he beat Kanye, and he beat Drake for that same award. But when we think about that Macklemore win, the only thing we think is how the fuck did he beat Kendrick? The entire conversation was how the fuck did Macklemore beat Kendrick? Not how did Macklemore beat all these rap legends? Because everyone knew that Kendrick deserved that win. Probably even Kanye, probably the other nominees. Like, we don't even remember who else was nominated. All we remember was Macklemore beat Kendrick, and Macklemore did not deserve to win. So people probably don't even remember Drake was nominated also. They don't. Everyone stood for Kendrick. They rallied, all of hip hop rallied behind Kendrick, one of the rare times. Nobody stood up for Nothing Was the Same, which is arguably Drake's best album. And that probably stung. Drake has, I think, one rap album of the year Grammy, which is Take Care. But after Kendrick dropped his first studio album, Drake has not won any of them. Kendrick has won like 3. So I think to a guy like Drake, that matters. And when Macklemore apologized, because remember, Macklemore apologized for what he's one of many rappers to apologize to Kendrick. Macklemore, Jay Electronica, Lupe Fiasco, etc. J. Cole. When he apologized, the apology was only directed at Kendrick. My text to Kendrick after the show. He deserved best rap album. I'm honored and completely blown away. But in that category, he should have won. He texted Kendrick, I wanted you to win. You should have. It's weird and it sucks that I robbed you. Mind you, Macklemore also beat Drake. He also beat Jay-Z and Kanye West in that same category. The apology was only to Kendrick because everyone felt that Kendrick deserved it. And if you're Drake, if you're somebody like Drake who's kind of like sensitive and insecure and you dropped your best work, Nothing Was the Same, and everyone's rallying around your op and no one's saying shit about your album, you're probably like, bruh, like this nigga, like you gotta, if you're a hater, I don't know how a hater feels, but you probably feel some type of way. So so when I hear Drake say, yo, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody hand him a Grammy, it's like, bro, you're jealous. And then he had the Pharrell bar. I'm gonna move on. He said he had the Pharrell bar. In the video, he's got the guy wearing all of Pharrell's chains. But on Travis Scott album, Drake said he melted those chains. He does this video. He shows, okay, he did not melt the chains. Why did he not melt Pharrell chains? Because Drake is one of the biggest Clips fans of all time. Drake was a huge fan of Pusha T, Malice, Pharrell, Chad Hugo. That was one of his favorite groups, if not his favorite if not his favorite rappers. He said this. So he didn't melt the chains. He's a fan of Pharrell. I said in another social media post, that scene where the guy is wearing all of Pharrell's chains would hit harder if they stole those chains off of Pharrell. But Drake bought those chains at an auction because he's a fan. So, am I tripping? Let me get to the chat. I'm going to get to the chat. But obviously, this round goes to Kendrick, bro. Like, and this round had the widest gap of all of them. And so I put a lot of stars. This round had the widest gap. This was clearly for Kendrick. Arguably had one of the better songs, Family Matters, if you're not listening to the lyrics. And Not Like Us dropped, and it was a rap, bruh. Let me see. White boy. I'm going up in the chat. I haven't looked at the chat. I had to get past, my little breakdown right there. But then I'm going to talk about the hard part 6. So yeah, I'm reading the chat. If you want to say something, put something in the chat right now because I'm about to read all these. Let me just find out where I am in the chat. I didn't agree. I don't think he knew about Family Matters. Well, War Prince says, if you don't think Kendrick knew about Family Matters, how does Kendrick already have a super personal record ready? And how does Kendrick already have Hours Later, Not Like Us, which references Family Matters? I would just like to know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I would just like to know how do you think that played out? I will put Not Like Us in round 4 versus Heart Part 6, since Not Like Us dropped on Saturday, then Heart Part 6 dropped on Sunday. I mean, that's fair. I'm kind of putting the rounds as like, I'm basing like when a new round starts based on when Drake replies. Because Drake started first, so Kendrick replies, then Drake replies again, that's a new round. So that's why I kind of didn't like this. You got to play Not Like Us before you go off. I'll play Not Like Us before I go off for sure, since I'm not going to get copyright takedowns. Shout out to Kendrick. Does Tailor Made even count? Yes, Tailor Made counts. I like Tailor Made too. I think Tailor Made counts, but the Buried Alive snippet, that doesn't count. That wasn't officially dropped. SK Simmons, so yeah, SK, he thinks that's the best. He thinks Family Matters is the best diss of the entire series. I just explained why it's not. It's a good song. It's not a great diss to anybody. Everybody he's dissing, it's not really a great diss to him. You know what I mean? Drake shells all his OVO artists. They probably don't like him. Even Weeknd said there's a leak on his diss. Yeah, Weeknd, so Pusha T, The Weeknd, Kendrick, they're all saying the same shit. Like somebody on your team is like leaking this, and it's someone close to you. Everyone's saying this. Drake said it was Kanye, but it was a girl 40 who was with that linked the information to Pusha T. Y'all also heard that Pillow Talk. I heard that same. But why would Drake be talking about his son with a girl Pillow? I mean, you listen to his songs, you can't put that past Drake. I think he had a plan as soon as Drake dropped Family Matters. Drake dropped right away. I don't believe the mold theory. So how does Kendrick reference Family Matters on Not Like Us hours later? You think you think Kendrick recorded Family Matters just like in a couple hours, then dropped it? I mean, that's a possibility. Game wrote a diss track for Drake. The Game is deriding Drake. The Game is deriding Drake as it pertains to Rick Ross. But notice, Game goes at Rick Ross, not at Kendrick. Why not just, if you're dick riding Drake, why not just defend him against Kendrick? That's my point. This is not going to happen like that, bro. I get why you took that angle. Okay. I understand what you're saying, SK. I understand what you're saying. I just disagree, but I do understand what you're saying. Game wants clout. Drake has the most. That's facts.
Facts.
I didn't even listen to the Game Rick Ross diss track, and I probably will not. The Game definitely a ghostwriter for Drake. I don't think so. Very next White Boy. That's a direct rebuttal to Euphoria, because Kendrick is a self-proclaimed Malcolm X of rap. Kendrick has called himself the Malcolm X of rap. I've never heard that, but I could be wrong. I mean, Nipsey had a Malcolm X chain. So is Nipsey also the Malcolm X of rap? Kendrick wasn't calling him mixed. He was calling him out for not being culturally aware. Drake was all over the place on Family Matters. True. I think it's a good song, though. I'm not going to act like Family Matters don't bump. But as a diss record, surface listeners will listen to that and be like, yo, this is fire. But a nigga like me, even hearing it for the very first time, the non-depth of the disses is just too much for me to overlook. The non-depth. Very shallow. So obvious, wow, these bars are going over your head, no diss. I mean, tell me, you saying it's so obvious. If the Family Matters bars is going over my head, explain. Don't just say, oh, it's going over your head. Explain it, if you can. These bars aren't even hard to comprehend. Jesus, they're not hard to comprehend, you're right. The Family Matters bars are not hard to comprehend. I don't have an issue comprehending them. I just don't think they're good diss records. But maybe you have a hard time comprehending that. Is that bars? Did I just drop bars right there?
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about
Going, you better than this? No, I'm not. The bars are trash. Kendrick clearly wasn't going at Drake being light-skinned. Did I say that? I don't know. Drake, like, maybe I'm not communicating clearly enough, because a couple people don't seem to understand what I'm saying. It could be me. Drake like the middle teens. Drake is so trash. Drake kept trying to use the Whitney angle on every song and it was not working. It wasn't working because Kendrick wasn't responding to it. And I think the Whitney angle was Drake's ace in the hole. By the time round 4 comes here on the Hard Part 6, he's still trying to do the Whitney angle. Like, yo, Whitney, I'm going to hit you back. And, you know, I'm not going to hit you like Kendrick. It's just stale by that point. Because he's used that same angle for 3 rounds in a row. Not Like Us, Meet the Grams, that was the first time Kendrick used the pedophile angle. Pedo. I don't know how YouTube feels about me saying that whole word. So it's like fresh, and especially on Not Like Us, he hints at it. Kendrick hints at the pedo angle on Meet the Grams, but he leans into it on Not Like Us. So by the time Not Like Us comes out, it's fresh. Like some people are hearing about these allegations for the first time. But if Kendrick was harping on it for each of these rounds, by the time Not Like Us comes out, maybe it's not as effective. Drake is harping on the Whitney thing, and it's really not going anywhere. Whitney's not responding to it. Kendrick's not responding to it. Like the Drake OVO fans, they'll be like, oh, the daughter thing is not true. Kendrick said Drake has an 11-year-old daughter. It's not true. Okay, but if you're going to stand on that, you have to also stand on like the Kendrick Lamar domestic abuse thing is also not true until proven. Like stand on that also, because that's Drake's main diss at Kendrick. Like you beat your wife and your wife has a kid by other dudes, but it's also not proven. But Drake is passing this off as fact. Or my academics, facts. Drake is passing it off as fact. He says on the Heart Part 6, everything I've said is fact, but he hasn't proved it. So as a OVO fan, you have to also be impartial. Look, I've never liked Drake. I've always fucked with Kendrick. But when Drake dropped push-ups, I was like, this shit fire. Kendrick need to get his ass up. When Drake dropped Tailor-Made Freestyle, a lot of people from my city didn't like it. I was like, this is funny, and this is fire, and he's right. Kendrick need to get up off his ass. So if I'm going to be impartial, OVO fan base, you got to be impartial too. You got to be as unbiased as you can be. If you come in at Kendrick and saying, Meet the Grams is invalid because Drake doesn't have a daughter, you don't know that for a fact. Drake's main diss to Kendrick is that he beats his wife and his wife fucks other guys. You also don't know that for a fact. Facts. And that's bars too. I'll be dropping bars tonight.
Motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Darth Pamper Drizzy. Again, somebody gotta explain the Darth. Oh, okay. I get it now. Don't explain it, actually. Don't explain it. I see some message retracted. If your message is getting retracted, that's not me. I never block anyone in the chat. I don't block anyone from saying anything. I think that's YouTube. I think YouTube like automatically flags certain words. So if you get your message retracted in the chat, repost it and try to censor some words. That's not me censoring you guys. Jay-Z said he apologized because his mom told him he crossed the line. What's up with the revisionist history, bro? Where did I revise history? All I said was Jay-Z apologized, and you confirmed that he apologized. He apologized. It's facts. Facts! You don't care if he gay, but you care if Drake got that BBL. I actually don't care if a man got a BBL. Facts! I actually don't care. And I'm actually not looking, and I would never know if a nigga has a BBL. That's facts. Dame Dash was mad he dropped it and blamed Gotti for letting Jay do it. Yeah, so Imperial. Yeah, people thought Super Ugly was whack when he dropped it. Right. But I'm saying Imperial. In hindsight, if you go listen to that record with how we have diss records today, where every diss is supposed to be like this huge expose of another person's life. Diss records are not like that. They're not like these huge exposés historically. But now that's how people are that's the angle Drake took, and it failed on him. So in hindsight, you listen to Super Ugly, you might be like, yo, how did this not win him the battle? But I'm saying back then, like, it was uncouth. It was uncouth. And it was seen as weak. Like, you're reaching, it's weak. And that's why Jay-Z lost. That's literally what happened to Drake. Jay-Z gets hit with a knockout punch ether. He has like a standing 8 count. So ether is like the equivalent of Not Like Us to get to Life is Good's chat, like he said way earlier. Yes, I do think Not Like Us is like an ether. It's a knockout punch. So Jay got hit with ether, AKA Not Like Us. It's pretty much over after Not Like Us, after ether. Because the people have already decided. But Drake, in this case, Jay-Z, they have it's a new round, so they can respond. And The record they put out though it's too weak, and that like seals the L. The Super Ugly was too weak for at the time. The Hard Part 6 too weak, and Drake sounds defeated on this shit. He even says like, I don't even want to keep rapping. Like you burnt this shit out. But earlier on Taylor Made, you was telling Kendrick that you not gonna run away from this. You need to start fucking dropping, drop. He says it on Family Matters, drop, nigga. Then when he started dropping, you like, oh, bro, like I didn't mean that much. It's an L. Art Part 6 is an L. That's why Drake ain't responded. If Drake was really like that, no pun, he would be like, yo, I just dropped last. It's Kendrick's turn. He didn't respond. Yo, he couldn't respond to the Hard Part 6. There's too many facts. It's on him. 10 days since Kendrick done responded. Yeah, my record's too hard. He can't respond. He's not doing that. He's accepting L's. He's posting Instagram stories about movies where everybody's going against him. He's sulking. He hasn't said shit, bro. Like, because he knows that and props to Drake, he's accepted the L. Like a man. Drake's going to go back to dropping hit records. Kendrick is probably going to go back to not dropping anything at all, and the culture will move on. That's how you know he was dissing Kendrick in first person. Okay, I see what you're saying. I use the Grammy as a doorstep. Yeah, he jealous of those. Facts. Drake doesn't, especially when you're the most popular, but you're not winning the accolades, the critical acclaim. Yeah, I can see someone like Drake being mad that he's not winning everything. He's not sweeping everything. And if Kendrick didn't exist, if Kendrick didn't, become popular, Drake probably would have all of those awards. All those Grammys Kendrick has, those will probably be Drake's. I mean, Drake dropped albums those years too. Those will probably be Drake. That's probably how Drake is looking at it. Drake has a lot of projection in his disses. Facts. That's why I don't think Drake's writing this shit. I think Drake has enough self-awareness to not say certain things. Like the Hard Part 6 is definitely Drake's pen. I've listened to enough Drake, like that is Drake's pen for sure. The Family Matters was not Drake's pen. Taylor Made was Drake's pen. Push-Ups, not Drake's pen. That's just my opinion. Drake got mad at Macklemore for apologizing to K-Dot for winning the Grammy. Did he really? Drake felt Macklemore should apologize to everyone nominated? Did that actually happen? Because that was just my observation, but I didn't know about that. Macklemore was a fluke. Drake won without a doubt. King Dada, I don't know. State your case. Drake don't even believe he won. That nigga is on Instagram watching movies in his house all day. Like, he's not acting like himself, man. I think Kendrick drops Heart Part 6, addressing everything in the beef before he drops his next album. I think so too. The real Heart Part 6. The Heart Part 6 should have been called The Band-Aid Part 1. High School Pics, you was even bad then. Drake has said worse stuff than that. Everyone knew Family Matters was coming. He finished Push-Ups with a beat switch that alluded to a second track coming that wasn't Taylor Made. Facts. And I said that, actually, the version of Push-Ups that I reacted to was not the final version. But I said that at some point, like, yo, it sounds like he has another song, like, already teed up. Game D rides every rapper, then chooses the most irrational option every time.
Facts.
Yeah, Game got a couple screws loose. Kendrick said on Euphoria that his angles were predictable. He did say that. Nobody knew it was called Family Matters. Okay, I would believe. Well, then how did Kendrick respond on Not Like Us, the Family Matters, and it was God's plan to, like, how did Kendrick know that? Did he just write and record Not Like Us in a matter of hours? Is that what y'all are saying? Allegations aside, the Hard Part 6 was, let's make a song about how we don't diddle kids. So they don't think we diddle kids. And the funny thing about the Hard Part 6 is, like, Kendrick came at Drake from so many angles. You're a deadbeat dad. You're insecure about your blackness. You called us slaves. You have an 11-year-old daughter. Your team hates you. And Drake responds, I don't have an 11-year-old daughter. Like, bro, what about the other shit? For a fake Drake a P then. Drake has like some really weird stuff out there. If y'all haven't seen this video, I forget what the video I saw. Drake, Strange, History. I forget what the video was called. But yeah, right here. This is it. You can look on Abba Preacher's channel. It's a lot of strange stuff happening. And if there were just isolated incidents, maybe you could give benefit of the doubt. But when you already have a history of this, it's hard to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. It's like before we knew Diddy was allegedly into men and also women, I guess. People low-key already knew. There was so much evidence and talk about it, but then when the lawsuit hit, now everyone knows. This is like the direction that the Drake underage thing is going. Like it's kind of common knowledge to people who follow, but it's not common knowledge to the average person. All that needs to happen is like a lawsuit. But then when a lawsuit drops, it's like R. Kelly, no one's surprised. Diddy, no one's surprised about the sex parties, the freak parties, the men's allegations. Like no one's surprised about that because we have been hearing about it for years. This is where, and even if you're a Drake fan, you have to admit, like this is kind of in that pre-lawsuit era to where when a lawsuit drops, no one's really going to be surprised because we have been talking about this, look, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. This is before Kendrick pointed anything out. Like people have been known, bro. Like if Kendrick responds again, what else would he say? I think his silence has gotten to Drake the whole battle. He could just take a victory lap. Kendrick could take a victory lap. I need a Kendrick album with some mustard. I don't want a fucking other depressed album. Give us some bangers, man. Sweet Chin, music and I won't pass the ox. Yeah, Super Ugly just sounded whack as hell. Do look at a picture of Kendrick Kid that baby look exactly like Kendrick. I don't really be going into people's family life like that. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? Drake thought Family Matters was going to work. He sure did. When he didn't, he panicked. Facts. Does Kendrick drop a LRNA type record next? LRNA. What is LRNA? What is LRNA? The allegations getting wild. There's women coming forward, confirming grooming. All it takes is a lawsuit. All it takes is one. Then we've seen how one person coming forward opens up the floodgates. I need Kendrick to spin the block. I just need Kendrick to spin the block with a video. Not Like Us. I need that. Back to Back was written by Daylight. That's why Kendrick said, your best is a light pack on Like That. Okay, I believe that. I actually do believe that. K-Dot was going to get back to that for the record. Yeah, Back to Back, I like that record. I'm going to get back to that for the record. Yeah, believe Kendrick has some. Okay, I hear what you're saying, Imperial. The Colonizer messed up when he played around with saying Whitney's name. Yeah, and the two beefs that Drake has took a definitive L, they didn't, like his L came right as he started mentioning people's wives. And this is like Drake's thing with women, maybe just not young girls. He has a thing with women. Allegedly, this is why no one likes him. He's fucking everybody's girls. He fucks Wayne's girl. Wayne is in jail. He's fucking this guy's girl. At one point, it looks like he's a player, but then it's just on a man-to-man basis. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? So there's like a thing like with Drake and women, and now when he's beefing with men, when he's beefing with rappers, male rappers, he just wants to bring the women into it. They're women. Like, why? He did this to Pusha T. Like, Drake versus Pusha T was just going on for years. We had the Exodus 23-1. We had some Drake shots. We had the infrared. Pusha T didn't take it there until Drake mentioned his wife's name in a record on Duppy Freestyle. Kendrick did not take it there until Drake, does the Family Matter shit. You beat your wife and y'all want to know what Whitney needs and all this. It's like some shit with Drake and women. And on Euphoria, Kendrick says, I believe you don't like women. To you, they're competition. There is something to that I can't identify because I don't suffer from that shit, but there's something with Drake and women. Allegedly. You can look up Millie Bobby Brown interview where she says that she used to text Drake when she was 16. She's 20 now. Drake texting her at 16, "I miss you," going to dinner with her. That's facts. Life is good. Facts. Actually, she was 14. In that interview you're talking about, she was 14. And yes, she is 20 now. But she was 14 with Drake texting her, "I miss you," asking her about boy problems and all this. Like, and that's, again, maybe you could excuse that. A 30-plus-year-old guy texting a 14-year-old girl, cool. Maybe you could excuse that. But when you have all this other stuff, the Georgia Smith allegations, the Drake kissing a 17-year-old girl at a concert, feeling on her breast, that Millie Bobby Brown story compiled with everything else, it's just hard to give the benefit of the doubt on that. If it's just one thing, maybe you could give them a pass. I mean, I wouldn't, but maybe you could. But everything combined, yeah, nah. 1, Drake. 2, M. 3, Tupac. Biggie. Jay-Z. Nas. Goats. Okay, Drake is your GOAT. I mean, how have you been feeling the past week? You probably feel like Drake won, right? Drake and Kels and Diddy gonna make an album on Cell Block 1. Calling Millie Bobby Brown to give her boy advice. Yeah. I'm saying it's a lot of people who haven't seen that. They're not gonna like us as a bot, bro. That shit ain't going anywhere. Agreed. Shout out to Alex Wiley, $10 super chat. My guy, I've been rocking with the channel heavy lately because I've been dropping. Yo, Kendrick and Drake, yeah, they've been making me drop, man. And we gonna keep dropping. I try to do at least 2 videos a week. I do my live stream and I try to get another video in there. But the music lately, I mean, other than the Kendrick Drake stuff, it just hasn't been, it ain't been inspiring for me. So I'll be trying to find things to talk about. But I try to do at least 1 video a week, if not 2. Hey man, glad I found you during all this. Thanks for all the facts. You reviewed my band ages ago. Love from UK. Is this Bin Bag Wisdom? Bin Bag Wisdom? Shout out to Granny in the chat. Academic said on a live stream, legal age in Canada is 16. Oh, Drake is straight. Like, nah, that excuse is not gonna work. Oh, LRNA, Last Real Ninja Alive. Okay, I was like, LRNA, yeah. So yeah, that was the, I think, Last Real Ninja Alive by Nas. I'm pretty sure that came after Blueprint 2 or before. But yeah, that was another great overlooked diss record. Like one of the last ones too in that Jay-Z Nas beef. And I see what you're saying, life is good. You kind of want Kendrick to double back with one of those. Something to just put the cap on all this. Put the cap on it, move along. How would you rank all of Kendrick's disses? Well, I would go Not Like Us number 1. I would go Meet the Grams number 2. Euphoria, 616, then Like That. Yeah. I like Meet the Grams more than a lot of people that I've seen. Even if the daughter stuff isn't true, that last verse 4 to Drake alone would still be number 2. Even if he didn't do the mother and the Adonis and the father stuff, just the last verse to Drake. Yo, why believe us? You never gave us nothing to believe in. You lied. So that's deep. The Ground Under says 16. It's actually 5. It's actually 14. It's not 16. It's 14. No wonder he's so comfortable with talking to underage girls. I'm telling y'all, go watch this video. I'm pretty sure it's this one. It's by Sloan. And this is years ago. So like I'm saying, all this stuff is bubbling. The Drake underage, and I've noticed a lot of the Drake defenders, when I started talking about this, they kind of left the chat. I know y'all still there. Reveal yourself. This is years ago. And this is a year ago. This is all bubbling. Like the Diddy bisexual / gay allegations, all in the R. Kelly stuff, before it was common knowledge and before they were publicly shamed for it, it was bubbling just like this. And then all it takes is one lawsuit, then the floodgates open. Now everyone is like, oh, why didn't everyone know? Then it's common knowledge. Right now it's not common knowledge, but it's bubbling in the same way. And it's been bubbling. They caught him blowing kisses to her on his live. What? Saying don't get screenshotted. Oh my God. Did you listen to 7 Minute Drill, J. Cole diss track to Kendrick? I sure did. I actually really liked 7 Minute Drill. I thought J. Cole, let me see, let me just type 7, right? Because that's going to come up. Yeah. I really like that. They squabbling out there. Yeah. I liked it. I think Cole saying that Kendrick doesn't have good albums or whatever, I don't think anybody believes that. I don't even think J. Cole fans believes that. But like it's Cole, he was gonna do a friendly fade with Kendrick. Like what Kendrick said in Euphoria to Drake, he said, yo, this we ain't gotta make it personal. This is a friendly fade. Kendrick and Cole were just about to have a friendly fade. Drake wants to have an expose about everyone's lives and the girls they're fucking. Cole and Kendrick wants to have a friendly fade over lyricism. It's the difference. D Chanel video was detailed. Let me see. Maybe that's the one I saw. I saw one of these. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure she goes over a lot of the same stuff. That's him grooming Millie Bobby Brown, 14 and 16. It's weird, bro. Shout out to Granny in the chat. So it was Ben Bag Wisdom. Yo, check out if y'all haven't if y'all like music other than rap, I highly recommend Ben Bag Wisdom. Great music, man. Don't go into this expecting, gritty Alchemist Derringer beats. It's just good music, period. Yeah, I reacted to this album, Crud Life, a while ago, and it's always stuck with me. It's just good music, man. Drake dropping 16 Reasons to Love. He won't do that. End of this year. Kendrick needs to button it up with one more talking about this situation. Yeah, the Heart Part 6. And then the Heart Part 6. And Drake's going to come back. He's going to, take pot shots, subliminals here and there. But bro, you lost. You lost, man. If you don't think the Millie Bobby Brown thing is weird, let me ask you, if you let your 14-year-old daughter text a 31-year-old man, well, actually, there's a story. If you watch this video, it's one of these videos. There's a story about a mom who her daughter became famous for some pictures she took at Coachella. She was underage. I don't know if she was 14, but she was underage. And then they go into how Drake texts her. He's on FaceTime with her, and her mom hears it, and she's like, well, I guess this is just happening now. She's on the phone with Drake. Bro, go literally go watch this shit. I'm sure D Chanel covers it. Again, none of these are like huge headline stories because it hasn't been properly exposed. But if you just look into it, all of this is here. The receipts are here. Like, bro, the news have reported on it. Bro, all this shit is already here. It's bubbling. That's what I'm saying. Notice how all the Drake defenders are quiet after this shit is hard to defend. Here's the best one because it shows more of the girls. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably watch this one too. And she looked like she about to spill some tea. She looked like a tea spiller for real. Anybody that thinks a grown-ass man messing with a 16-year-old is okay is definitely sick. Right.
Facts.
Now they're saying, why ain't Nicki and Wayne coming into his defense? Bro, nobody's coming. Why isn't 21 Savage coming into his defense? Why? Because 21 Savage side with Future over it. This is like Drake's folly. Like on Family Matters where he's like, yo, my nigga YG, my nigga Game, bro, they're not going to side with you over Kendrick. 21 Savage is not going to side with you over Future. Why is Yachty not coming into his defense? They just worked together. Why is nobody coming to his defense? J. Cole would definitely beat Kendrick in a rap beef. He would take it there the way Drake didn't. That'd be more interesting. Yeah, I think he would take it there the way Drake didn't, meaning Cole would take a different approach. I think Cole and Kendrick will just be an old-fashioned lyrical, you whack MC type beat, which I'm here for, type beef, which I'm here for. Again, Drake is trying to expose shit about your life. Cole and Kendrick are on some you whack MC type shit. Cole is not irrelevant, but okay. Granny, shout out Ben Bag Wisdom again. Let me go back to that as I'm reading these chats, just so y'all can check them out. Drake fans was trying to cancel Alchemist on Twitter because he's white and a Jew. This is the thing about Drake and Drake fans. Like, you gotta have the cultural awareness. Yes, Alchemist is white. I don't know if he's Jewish. Maybe he is. But we consider Alchemist a part of the culture. Alchemist has been here. He's produced for Mobb Deep. He's produced for Griselda. Like, nobody does not consider, bro, we all already know Alchemist is white, bro. Like, do you think Alchemist gets treated differently or like he's a scrub or like he's a culture vulture because he's white? No. like that's the difference. Drake is the rap Harvey Weinstein. I won't go there. I'll if there are victims, I'll let them tell their own story. All I'm saying is it's bubbling in a similar way that the Diddy stuff was bubbling, in a similar way that the Cosby stuff, the R. Kelly stuff was bubbling. That's all I'm saying. Tisa Tells is following the new Drake stuff. All right, oh yeah, go check Tisa Tells. Go check Tisa Tells too. I'm sure a lot of people are covering this. Lupe said weeks ago that Drake a better lyricist than Kendrick. Yeah, Lupe Fiasco is one of my favorite rappers of all time, but he hates Kendrick. He's a Kendrick hater. I feel like Drake does more punchlines. That's it. I don't get where Lupe is coming from. Lupe is coming from the hater perspective. Before Kendrick, there was Lupe. Kendrick came, took the lane Lupe had, and succeeded far more than Lupe succeeded in it. Even though Lupe succeeded, multi-platinum, multiple hits, Kendrick just took that and ran with it. And I think that makes Lupe Fiasco salty. I've done videos on it. Lupe and Kendrick, I've done videos on it. I feel like Drake doesn't have friends outside of the industry. All his friends are rappers or content creators, aka not real friends. I think it's the other way around. I think, and again, what do I know? But I think he doesn't have friends inside the industry. I think the people that appear to be his friends, it's just transactional type relationships. And Drake seems like a pretty cunning guy. Like when he's rolled your wave, he's off you. And you try to contact him, like, yo, let's work again. He's like, change his number type shit. I Love McConan. Who else does Drake work with? Migos. Seems like once he's probably Sexy Red next. Once he's off your wave, he's gone. Listen to Black Friday again. If you think Cole mess with Kendrick, if you really think Cole and mess with, I'm guessing you're saying if you think Cole can rap with Kendrick. I definitely think Cole and Kendrick are on the same level of rapping. Cole has been probably the best rapper the past 3-4 years. Kendrick has been absent. Most successful Culture Vulture video is damning. Let me see. Most successful Culture Vulture. Okay. That's crazy. Everybody getting their bag off. Hey, if you getting the bag off of this, shout out to you. Lupe is right. Drake is a better lyricist. What? It's just two different styles. A lot of old heads that rock with Kendrick. But a lot of stuff he makes put people to sleep. Like, what songs put you to sleep? Because, like, Drake Dark Lane demo tapes put me to sleep. Drake got, like, 3 albums I like. That's it. Take Care. If you're reading this, which... If you're reading this, is like 50% Quentin Miller and Party Next Door. Their 2 efforts combined makes up at least 7, 8, 9. At least half, if you're reading this, is too late. Party Next Door and Quentin Miller. Obviously, we know Take Care is a lot of The Weeknd's influence. And I also like Scorpion. I know a lot of Drake fans don't like Scorpion. I like that album. Child's Play. Child's Play is on Views. Blue Tint is what I'm thinking of. I'm going out producer fave. My favorite producer of all time is Ski Beats, but yeah, Alchemist is up there. Lupe is in my top 10, but he hates Kendrick. Facts. Listen to Mama by Kendrick and tell me Drake heard. And tell me Drake, Mr. Heard, that you got a lesbian girl. Yeah, you can't even include Drake in the best lyricist because he has niggas writing his raps. Like, what are we talking about? Drake smashed all the rappers' bras. That's why they not defending him. Facts. And I don't think it's like I think he's just doing it in a scummy way too. Because think about what he did to Wayne. Wayne is the man who put him on. Wayne put Drake and Nicki on when Wayne was still the hottest rapper. A lot of dudes will not do that. When they're the hottest, they feel like their time is their time. I'm not putting shit on. You gotta wait till my time is over, or you gotta come take it. Wayne put them on when he was the hottest rapper. and let them breathe. So to fuck his girl, like, the fuck one girl while he's in jail is crazy. So if he do that to somebody who put him on and to somebody that love him, imagine what he do to just other rappers who he pretends to get along with. Like, come on, that's facts.
Facts.
That's why niggas are forming like Voltron to come at him. They still gonna play Drake in the nightclubs and the strip clubs. Kendrick not getting played in those types of places. I mean, who cares about night? Are you a stripper? Dirty Bands? Are you a stripper? Are you a go-go dancer? I don't give a fuck what they playing in the strip clubs. If you're a stripper, I feel you. If you know what I mean? I don't be in strip clubs, brother. I don't give a damn what they playing. You know what they also play in strip clubs? Fucking Yeet and all this other shit. I don't listen to that, man. We don't give a fuck. Lupe is too coded, but he the best rapper alive. I'll agree with that. Lupe, Kendrick, Cole is up there. Cole cannot hold a candle to K-Dot. That's a farce. I mean, if these motherfuckers will drop the collab album that we've been asking for since 2010, we would know who definitively who's the best. But I think saying K-Dot is better or Cole is better, I feel you. But saying one can't hold a candle to the other, that's a bit of exaggeration. You have to agree. I think you're right. They're really jealous of Drake because he smashed all the hottest women before other rappers. No other reason. I didn't say that. You say I think you're right. They're jealous because he smashed all the women before others. I didn't say that. Drake himself admitted A$AP Rocky had Drake's baby mama before Drake had him. So, I mean, Drake wouldn't even agree with you. Not gonna lie, I didn't understand what Lupe's last album was about. What are you talking about? Oh man, what was Lupe's last album? It was drill music in Zion. Not gonna lie, I didn't. What a Time to Be Alive was legendary stuff. I agree with that. Great album. What a Time to Be Alive. You know, that Digital Dash was my favorite song on that. Lupe's last album was his most straightforward. What? I think Lasers was Lupe's most straightforward album. This battle showed the difference between real talent versus a manufactured artist. I think both guys put their best foot forward, but I think it just showed that Drake needs to stop mentioning dudes' baby moms because he's got murked 2 times in a row doing that. And I think it capped off that Kendrick is the artist of his generation. Like, he's the guy of his generation. Drake is like 1B. Cole is 2. Cole is like, I don't even want to be 1 anything. He has the mentality of a frat boy. I think you're talking about Drake. Wayne don't give a fuck. He'll rap on anybody's song. That's facts. Especially mixtape Wayne. He rapped on the Beyonce. He rapped on Beyonce song. Upgrade you. Zero said, bro, it's true. Just like the king. Yeah, Corian said there's no collab album. Yo, we got to keep hope. We got to keep hope for this Kendrick Cole collab album. We need that. Dirty Band said Drake should do a comeback song with Soulja Boy. What? I don't even think Soulja Boy fuck with Drake. I think Soulja Boy would do it though. I don't think he fuck with Drake. Drake? That's Soulja Boy. All Drake got to do is just start dropping some hit records and people will forget about this. But the culture, like hip hop, us people who care about hip hop, we're not gonna forget about this, bro. We've been waiting years for this, and he just took a massive L. Like it's not even a close battle. Like, oh, no one can make a good case that Drake won. It wasn't even a close battle. It was competitive though, but it wasn't a close battle. I don't think Cole can conceptualize. It's like if boxers, like if we wanted to see Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, right? If you guys are old enough to remember that. It's like if Floyd would have just knocked out Manny Pacquiao. You'd have been like, damn, okay, Floyd is definitively way better than Manny. But the way Floyd won on decision, Pacquiao fans can at least make an argument, some type of argument, even though it's bullshit, they can still try to make their little argument. But if a motherfucker get knocked out, like how Drake just took a huge L, there's no argument to be had. I don't think Cole can conceptualize and rap with the same passion with Kendrick. Cole can match his technical skill. I don't know. Go listen. After this live stream, go listen to Two-Face by J. Cole. Tell me this is not a passionate song. Listen to Two-Face. Cole don't got nothing on the level of Good Kid, Mad City. And he won't ever. I won't say he won't ever, but I do agree. None of Cole's albums are on the level of Good Kid, Mad City, or Section 80. But Cole's rapping is just fine. Drake smashed all the hot women before anyone because he's been grooming them since 12. Allegedly. Yo, bro, why Game trying to bait Rick Ross? Game is just trying to get his foot into this somehow, like how Kanye was. I got you, Dot. Bro, get the fuck out of here, yeah. Like, bro, go beef with Drake on your own time. Bro, this is Kendrick versus Drake right now. Nobody is worried about you. Wayne is has Wayne been battle tested? I've never heard Wayne in a rap beef. I think he took some shots at Jay-Z. Like, they kind of had a small subliminals over the years, but I don't think I've ever heard Wayne battle rap anybody. Yeah, we need that Kendrick and Cole song. Kendrick played at that high school like 10 years ago. Oh, you talking about Temptations? You talking about Temptations? Oh, you talking about this joint? Oh, yeah. You talking about that joint. 70% of Drake fans are either white or not from America, meaning they don't even speak English. I don't know if I agree with that. He's not going to take a big hit from this. He puts out a couple classic songs. Yeah, like I say, all Drake got to do is drop some more hit records, which he is for sure going to do. But in hip-hop, amongst us, the people who matters, we know what it is. When you talk about the best rappers of this generation, how are you going to put Drake above Kendrick? Kendrick just KO'd him, man. Drake operates like a frat boy. He grew up rich and just toys with rap culture and mocks it in other rooms. I think so, too. Have y'all seen that video of Drake where he's sitting and he's eating with, like, his Degrassi cast members or whatever? And they're like, yo, what type of slang do they have in Toronto? Do they have, like, any funky slang or anything? And Drake is like, well, he's like, let me do my white guy voice. He's like, yeah, what they say is, instead of saying, me and you are going to go to the mall, they say men's like us. So, like, men's like us are going to the mall. And then his cast members are like, oh, that's really cool. That's cool. That's interesting. He's like, no, actually, it's super ignorant. It's super ignorant. Bruh. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah. He said that. That's a real video. Ross ethered Game by ignoring him. Yeah, if Game's coming at you, if he's making diss records to you at this point, just ignore him. The guy just wants attention. Imperial says Wayne can't battle. I think he could if he wants. Wayne can definitely rap. I just don't think he wants to. Gian said, yay, the clout chaser. Yeah, that was some clout chasing that shit by Kanye. I hope we can all just forget about that happened, because that was embarrassing. Even as I saw it happening, people on social media are like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm like, bruh, this is a terrible look for Kanye. Wayne dropped that. Oh, he did? Did he drop a diss track on Pusha T? I remember him going on Twitter and saying, fuck Pusha T and anybody that love him. You know, that classic tweet. What was Wayne's diss track towards Pusha T? I think bar-wise, Cole's pen is better than K-Dot. But K-Dot is more versatile. I think K-Dot has more... He has proven that he can do concepts. And he can make an album thematically that is great. Great theme. But I don't know if I would say Kendrick is more versatile. I can't put Cole over Kendrick or Kendrick over Cole definitively until I hear more. But to say one is way better than the other is crazy. But they're both way better than Drake. Facts. I don't think his ghostwriter set him up with Heart Part 6. Because honestly, he thought it was cooking. No, I think Drake wrote Heart Part 6 himself in haste. I think he heard Not Like Us and he saw how people reacting and he was just like, oh, cool. He wrote that shit. He wrote it. Because it came out the next day and he wrote it. That's why it sounds so defeated. Like this is Drake's flow, Heart Part 6, and Taylor made. That's his flow. The other shit is ghostwriters. And I stand on that. Drake learns accents and mimics him. Not Drake is Ditto the Pokemon. Kendrick calling Drake Malibu's Most Wanted was wild. Kendrick called him white boy in his diss track, yeah. Because if you've seen Malibu's Most Wanted, B-Rad is basically a white boy who tries to rap and he's just super cringeworthy. And Kendrick is saying that's Drake, B-Rad G, from Boot. Let's pull up B-Rad G. Bill Gluckman's down with the bitches and the hoes. That's a funny movie, man. B-Rad from Boo. Kendrick is saying this is Drake. That's crazy. And this is OVO. Drake is a method actor. Ooh. I would agree with that. And method acting is like I think the most purest form of acting, where you really become a character for your role. You become that character in your real life. You know, a lot of people say that was like, who played Joker in The Dark Knight? Was it Heath Ledger? A lot of people say that was like how he played that role. That's why the Joker in that movie comes out so intense like it does. Bro was method acting. He really became the Joker. It wasn't like, cut, okay, you're back to your life. No, this nigga was that character in his life for that role. Wayne made Pusha T diss and it was stupid. I don't remember that, Wayne. Oh, Ghoulish. Yeah, that's the most forgotten diss record of all time. I don't remember that. I remember the name. I don't remember what he said. Drake, the Shang Song of rap. Is that Mortal Kombat? Is it? Shang. Yeah, that's Mortal Kombat, huh? Is this the Get Over Here, nigga? Or is that somebody else? Let me hear a Kendrick on a Conductor beat. Yeah. This Kendrick album, I just want good songs, good music. Bro, please, not another depressive type album. I'll be happy, yo, get DJ Mustard on there about 3-4 times. Let him do the singles. You know what I mean? Cole don't have a catalog that can compete with Kendrick, so he's not better. Well, people were saying Cole doesn't have bars. Cole lyrically can't compete. I agree. Cole's catalog doesn't compete with Kendrick's. But to say in terms of bars, he doesn't, or to say in terms of bars, one is way better, I just can't get behind that. Cole's feature run over the past 5, 6, 7 years is too strong to even try to play with him like that. But yeah, Cole's best album, I mean, I would have a hard time picking one. To me, my favorite Cole project is the warm-up tape, mixtape, and then the Friday Night Lights joint. But that was like 10 plus years ago. Like the Born Sinner was good too. It has songs I like. But I think Cole just produced way too many of his own records. And it just comes across as kind of monotone. The For Your Eyes Only. I mean, I appreciate what he was doing for his friend's child and all that. But outside of Neighbors, the song Neighbors, I don't really revisit that album. It's kind of more slow. It's like just something I don't replay. The KOD joint, that's when Cole kind of switched his flow up to the flow that we hear today. The Off Season, if I had to pick, Off Season was good, but yeah, Might Delete Later was like really the first Cole project that I really enjoyed in a long time. But yeah, you're right, Jen. It did get overshadowed. I did like Might Delete Later, though, a lot. And I remember when I heard it, I'm like, yo, this is like, I haven't enjoyed a Cole album this much outside of the Off Season in a while like that. So I do agree, like, yo, Kendrick's albums are fire, but you can't say one bar-wise is way better. They're too close to say one is way better than the other. I need K-Dot and Push to collab again. Yeah, on K-Dot album, we need a Future verse. I know y'all looking at me like, Future? I don't really fuck with Future like that. But you got to be petty and get Future on there. You got to be petty, get Mustard on there. You got to be petty and get Pusha T on there. We need a song produced by Pharrell. We need a smash hit. Because K-Dot came to Pharrell's defense against Drake. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. We need the single, smash lead single by Pharrell. Produced by Pharrell. And we need a couple more Mustard joints. Facts.
Facts!
Cole better on features than his own albums. I think so. as of lately. His features and his freestyles just outshine the songs for me. But I can't say the songs are bad. And Might Delete Later is good, and then the Off Season is good too. But when people say like his albums don't really stand up, I do understand when they say that. Because like Born Sinner, For Your Eyes Only. I really liked his first album, Sideline Story. I thought that was really good. But yeah, he's got a couple sleepers in there. G and I agree with the monotony. Yeah, you're a real Cole fan. So I mean, like I say, man, we're not dick riders, you know what I mean? Like we not just saying everything our favorite artist drops is, you know, the best thing in the world. I mean, maybe that's how some of these Drake fans was acting. Yo, I started talking about the Drake allegations and all the OVO people just left the chat. Like they just skedaddled. Baby Keem gonna drop before Kendrick. Oh my God. Yeah, and while I'm talking about Kendrick album, we need the Pharrell joint. We need to push. Yo, no Baby Keem, bro. Please, no Baby Keem. Keep this nigga away from Kendrick's music, bro. Keep him away. We don't want to hear Baby Keem on the Kendrick album, man. Please. Now we don't need no Future. Just get Metro Boomin. Yeah, Metro Boomin, Pharrell, Mustard. We need that production. Obviously, who does Kendrick always work with? Maybe the return of Tay Beast, Soundwave. Yeah, and we need that album this year. We need it sometime this year. Really within the next 3 months, but you know what I mean. Let me not get my hopes up. Baby Keem is horrible. Kendrick in my top 20, but Mr. Morale, I didn't like it all. Yeah, Mr. Morale, like I say, I think the album will age well. A lot of people don't like the album for what I've seen, especially since J. Cole spoke on it, took shots at it, and Drake took shots at it. I think it's more people are coming out the woodwork who are like, yeah, I didn't like that album either. I don't think it's bad. It's just not something I replay. And but I think it'll age well, especially as more people come out and say, yo, I don't like that album. Years from now, people will be like, oh, why didn't people like this album? That's just how things work, you know, general consensus. I think it'll age well as an album, and it also has good subject matter. It's just not a Kendrick album I revisit. I don't fucking understand why Baby Keem is on the album so much. I don't fucking understand why Kodak Black is randomly scattered throughout the album. Like I don't want to hear a song with Kendrick arguing with his chick. I don't want to hear the Auntie's Diary song. I don't want to hear like the Mother I Sober songs. I don't want to hear this type of shit. Like it's not some shit I'm going to replay. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it's a terrible album though. I just don't replay it. Ross made BBL Drizzy a household name. Yeah. All right, I think I did well today. I got through most of the chat. I got through all the chat actually. Smooth 2 hours. So anyways, to cap this all off, the Heart Part 6 obviously doesn't even need a response. Like I said earlier, Drake, what he should be saying is, nigga, you still ain't responded to the Heart Part 6. We're waiting. Where are you at? That's what Drake and their fans should be saying. But they're not saying that because even they know this shit is over, bro. It's over. Drake dropped last and they're not even demanding a response. But they're not like us, right? They not like us. So what y'all want me to listen to? Not Like Us? That's what they said earlier. We'll close it out, you know, to the song of the summer. We'll let that rip. Then we'll let y'all head out. We gotta play this. We gotta rock this one more time. Psst, I see that. The Band-Aid Part 1. Muzzle on the beat. Oh.
Aye. Mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, Carla Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, Nella nigga to the cross, he walking around like T-Zone. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in they mama, how many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options, I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case. face.
Why that nigga around?
Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop.
I'ma do my stuff.
Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
Yo, one of the greatest diss records of all time. Facts.
Facts.
This is Ether. Facts.
They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. Big cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches.
Big Cole foul. We need J. Cole on that new Kendrick album too. You did J. Cole foul, nigga. J. Cole, come back to this side. You should have never been on tour with Drake, my nigga. Come on.
Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some B-rest that's for bitching?
And you Malibu's most wanted.
You know law boy, you ball boy, fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got favorites all up in contact. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up to Park. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie.
He is 69 God.
Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside.
Yo, this is Ether for real, man.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
They show ain't.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Drake, you nincompoop. You walked right into this verse talking about freeing the slaves. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You walked right into this verse, you bozo.
Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this a real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. What, little baby, help you get your lingo up. What, 21, get your first street cred. Thug makes you feel like you a slime in your head. What, Quavo said you can be from Northside. What, 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
It's fucking
The
bars.
family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a
Freaky ass
nigga,
niggas,
he a
get
69
your ass
God.
back inside.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your
Everybody,
life.
OV ho
Freaky
in the
ass
chat.
nigga, he the
OV
69
hoes in the
God.
chat.
Freaky ass nigga, he the 69 God.
OV ho in the
Hey,
chat
hey,
immediately.
Hey, hey, run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho.
OV ho.
Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in?
DJ Mustard
Then
with
step
a
this way,
banger.
Step that way, then step this way, step that way.
Hey yo, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe if you have not already. Yo, LA, we up right now. Top 5 rap website.com. Peace.